TinkerCAD tips. This is Twisty Fidget, part 3. If you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, you might want to go back and watch those because those will make this one make a lot more sense. Anyway, in part 2, we had completed making our spiral portions here, both the solid and the whole part, and then we brought out this cone shape. I brought a duplicate of that over, rounded off the top. We also made this shape here with that cone shape inside of it, sort of a cookie cutter thing. I've aligned these. Let's make sure we align to that. We'll click on the spiral, the solid portion there. Let's align in this direction. Now all we need to do is to group these together. We'll select those two, click group. We'll select these two, group those together. And again, some patience is going to be involved here. Give it a few minutes to render. And when it's done, it will look like this. Here we go. Both are rendered now. They look pretty nice. Let's select the both of those. Let's align them together. Click alignment there. We'll just align down the middle. It doesn't matter that they have moved. All right, now both of these are 5 millimeters off the work plane, so we could select each one and hit D to drop it down to the work plane. Now note, when we built this, we had created a tolerance of about 0.1 millimeters on all these parts. That's pretty tight, but that tolerance and the way that it prints will again be dependent upon your printer. Now the one thing that you could do here, let's go ahead and select the two of these and just shuffle it over. Let's make a duplicate of that. Bring this over, and by holding Alt and Shift, we can scale this larger. And as we scale it larger, that gap between the two parts, the inner and the outer, will change. It'll become larger as well. Now, before, we can print these as two different colors at two different times. Go ahead and undo that. Now, the one thing I also want to note here, let's slide this one off to the side, is that the very tips of this outside part are kind of pointy. If your printer wasn't quite capable of doing nice points on that, you could trim a bit of that off. Let's go ahead and move this out of the way. Let's just bring out a whole box here. Drag that out. Come on now, there we go. Let's drag this out here. Let's lower this down a bit. That's kind of ridiculous. Let's go to the side here and we'll just lift that up. Could zoom in here and we could kind of figure out how high or low we wanted to have those. Let's say about there. Could bring the size of that down a bit. Now we could shift select that cone. Group those together. And bingo, that's what that would look like. Let's select the back part of it there. We'll do a quick alignment. We'll click on the outer portion here to make it the boss. There you have it. That's how I made these Twisty Fidgets. I got these tutorials from I think it was from YouTube. I found this. I have to give credit where credit is due. But there you have it. If you have any questions or comments, you know where to drop those. HL ModTech. If you haven't watched HL ModTech on YouTube, go check him out. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Like, follow, and share as always.